Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged. Some is not. And the fair act use is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. First I want to say happy Tuesday, and I hope everybody is having a wonderful day, and please stay safe, y'all. Please, please, please stay safe. Well, y'all, I watched a movie last night. The movie is called Bodies, 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 and I watched it, and it's a lot of similarities in this couple six that and Shanquella that was brought out in this movie. Okay, let me put the picture up to the movie because a lot of people was like, "What's the name of the movie?" Y'all watching the video and y'all see it say "Bodies, Bodies, Bodies." That's the name of the movie. Some people is thinking that they hear him saying a two foe too, y'all, but it sounds like he's saying she threw foe, or something like that. But it sounds similar to a two foe when he's saying buddy, 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 she threw foe. But some people are saying that he's saying a two foe. I don't think he's saying a two foe because it sounds like he's saying she threw foe. Okay. It's a lot of similarities in this picture, and what I got from this whole movie, okay, they are some very young. They're young, and how can I put this, y'all? Some people are weak-minded. Okay, you got to be weak-minded to want to fit in with a lot of these sororities. And I'm going to just say it like it is. It might offend some people. But when you go to a college, most people that never went to college, we see on the outside looking in, we see you going to college to get an education, not to join sororities and, do stuff to people and each other. It's just like, what's the purpose of going to college? You might as well just stay in the hood and join a street association if you're going to go to college and do the same thing and even be on even more sinister stuff. So I never did get this whole sorority thing, in the first place, y'all. I just didn't. Like I said, it seems to me that for you to not just, even if you joined this stuff in school and it was something to do for pastime or whatever, when you graduated, for you to still have all these ties to people and you all are getting together and you're doing these little weird things, it sounds like some cult, weak-minded stuff to me. I'm just going to say it like it is. And when I watched the movie, it just put you in the mind. It kind of like took you to a place where how they think. Okay, this is what the movie did for me. It was like, if you can watch a movie like this and then you can turn around and try to reenact it and do the same thing that they were doing on the movie, then Cabo 6 ain't got a lot of screws, y'all. Okay, they don't have too many screws, even though they got all these good jobs and they driving these fancy cars, some of them, and this and that and that and this. They're young, very young minded, y'all. When I watched this movie, it tripped me out because the way they talk to each other in the movie. Did y'all see the movie last night? It was weird. Y'all know how, people been debating on how Shanquella was talking to the girls when she was walking through the villa. And she was saying like, be where y'all at, be where y'all at. This is how the girls in Bodies, Bodies, Bodies movie was talking to each other, calling each other out of their names and this and that. And I was like, okay, this is where they're getting their idea from. It's seriously where they're getting their idea from, and I hadn't even watched the movie yet. Okay. Now, even though the movie had a nice little spin to it, it still lets you know that this is where they got this idea from. Now, when I made the video last night, I hadn't seen it, and I was like, they rented a villa in the movie. They didn't rent the villa in the movie. One of the friends, which is the one in the pink right here, it was his home. So they, it wasn't none of their homes, the Cabo Six, so they had to go rent a house like that to reenact this whole thing. And like I told you, the pillows, there is a lot of questions that needs to be answered, and I think it's simple questions. Who put that pillow on her bed? Those pillows could not have been there when they arrived. I just don't believe it. It's just too many things like this. Little things like that let you know that they set her room up by putting those pillows in her room and everything. It was just odd to me. What else in the movie stood out? That was a big thing that stood out. How they talked to each other in the movie, and how Shanquella talked to the other girls. Be where y'all at. That it started off with them talking to each other like that. What else? The brownies. The brownies. Yes. The female in the movie, when they asked her did she want something to sip on, she said no. One of the females, the other female that she was with in the movie, she said she had just got out of rehab, so she didn't want to sip on nothing or do anything either. But they kind of broke them in, when they gave, the female the brownies. And she was tearing it up, y'all. She was eating that cake like it was no tomorrow. And then they finally told her that it had some, happy treats in it, okay? And she started feeling it. Now, I'm going to say this. Due to the fact that they traveled to Mexico and they flew or whatever, most likely they didn't take any street pharmacy stuff over there with them, that they could see, okay? But if they were to cook it and put it in some brownies, then they could sneak that over there to Mexico. They're celebrating their birthday. They could have baked a cake or something and put that stuff in it. And they could have given that to Shanquella. Okay? Like I said, she was the first one out at the party. She was the first one that passed out. Now, word on the street is people are saying that Shanquella was already gone. When she was, when he was saying we got our first did, buddy. Now they're saying that she could have been already gone, y'all. This is what people are saying. They're also saying that they dressed her. Y'all, we don't know what all went down at that villa. Okay? It's crazy. Now we see during the daytime she walking up to her and they putting paws on each other and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, maybe she was still alive when she was, swinging on the little hammock thing. But we don't know, y'all. It's a lot of confusion going on. And I'm going to tell y'all this. They like when you're confused. They like when you don't know. Okay? But one thing we do know, for surely sure, was they watched this movie, y'all. Bodies. We know that. Okay? They simple-minded. They talk like the people that was in this movie. And I was like, they can't be this dense. These are college kids. They cannot be this dense. But you could tell by the way that these girls talk to each other in the movie that Shanquella and them thought this movie was something to copy off of. I don't get it. This right here is posted. If you go to how to play the game, bodies. This pops up on how to actually play the murder. It's called the murder game, y'all. Okay, so ain't no telling what they did that night after they all got all zooted up out their minds. Okay, I do believe I'm gonna tell y'all this that there's more footage too. I think that there is a whole lot of footage that they're not showing. I really do. Let me try to pull this down so y'all can see what this says. I think there is a whole lot of footage, y'all, that they are not showing. Wait a minute. I can't even get the picture up good. Can I get the picture? Okay. Well, this is if you go to Google, you can put how to play the body game, and this pops up. It says now it's time to play. Players must turn off the lights. So it's instructions on how to play this game, y'all. It is listed on Google. Wow. 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 The only thing that they did to me was they based everything off of this movie. They had certain things that they put in this movie. Even if you look at them chains on her neck, those little glow in the dark chains, those are the same color of her casket, y'all. I mean, this is weird. Um, just so many things. Even after people started watching the movie and went and watched, the people was coming in my comment section saying you left out some more stuff. You left out this. You left out that. So people was even seeing more things in this movie that was similar to Shanquella's situation, y'all. This is really sad, y'all. Some grown ass women and men still in the mind with the mind of a kid that done went to college and all kind of stuff. And this is the game that they chose to go to Mexico on Christmas weekend and play and take out one of their own. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. You cannot make this stuff up. And the only thing they did was flip the script at the end, in the movie. But all the ideas came from this. And they figured out a way to do it and get away with it pretty much. Because it's a lot of unanswered questions, and they left things open to the fact that will leave you wondering about a lot of stuff. Weird, y'all. Very weird. I just couldn't get past the flower of life on that couch in the movie and on the pillows, and then it was on her pillows. That's the part that broke the camel's back for me. I was like, okay, there's no question at all. Because some people come to your page and they be like, you reaching, you this, you that. But when you keep adding on more and more and more subliminal stuff and images and stuff like that, and the way they talking, how they're talking, what they're saying is similar to what's in this movie. Shanquella knew that this is what they were going there to do, to play this game. Now maybe her and her friends talked about going to play this game in Mexico, and possibility, y'all, that she thought she was just going to play this game. She didn't really think that they were planning, plotting against her, that they were gonna actually take her out there. She didn't see it coming, y'all. And a lot of times people don't see it coming. It's like Kanika Jenkins. She started off that night that she was about to go to the movies or something like that, or skating somewhere. She was going somewhere else. And then out of the blue, her friend changes their plans and they wanted to go to the hotel party. And when somebody does that, you got to question things sometimes, y'all. Hell, you got to question your friends in the first place. You got to make sure they're not the person that will line you up. Seriously, because there's a lot of that going on right now. And people are always trying to figure out how to get to you real easy. Who can they get to cross you? Who can they get that's close enough to you to cross you, and do it in a way that they can get away with it? And this is the name of the game now, y'all. Take somebody out and get away with it. This is the new thing right now. You see it all the time, even with movies now. When with the making of movies and stuff, people are allegedly accidentally getting taken out in some of these movies. And they getting away with it. saying that, oh, somebody loaded some real shells in there, and they wasn't supposed to. It was a prompt toy gun, and this is what they do when they want to get rid of somebody, and they want to do it and get away with it in plain sight. This is how they do things. So it was a lot of plot twists that, like I said, they changed the ending of this movie. I thought that the person that was going to be the target, you know, that was kind of standoffish from everybody, the new person on the block, I thought she was going to be the target in the movie. But she ended up being the one that was handling her business. They flipped the script on this movie and they changed some stuff around, and you can tell that Shanquella didn't know about the flip in the script. Okay, you could tell by everybody huddling up in certain places in the villa away from her, and she's looking for them. You could tell with all of that. Okay, that they had other plans when they got there, but she thought that it was all fun and games. She thought that she was about to have a good time with these people, and they had other plans, y'all. Seriously, they had straight up other plans. But they got all of their ideas from this movie and taking her out. Now, when did they see this movie? I don't know, because, well, it came out before they left. The movie did come out like August or something like that. And she didn't get taken out until October. So they had time to watch this movie, because they were surely saying things and surely putting things in there that reminded you of the movie. The lamps, how can the lamps be so close to the lamps that were in the movie? How can the pillows and all of that stuff have the same images on it than the couch and stuff in the movie? It was just it was odd, y'all. It was really eerie watching it, and it was like like I said, the movie was something I didn't expect at the end, because I was thinking a whole nother. My man takes me other places, but you still see where they got the idea from. You still see all of that. When in the movie, when I'm trying to not give it all away. I think I am though, ain't I, y'all? It was just, y'all. All I can say is, wow, these kids are something else these days. If you were to walk into a store and see this guy right here, you wouldn't think that he's sitting at home with a group of people and watching movies like this and plotting, y'all. Plotting on one of their friends that we're going to go play this game, and it's Halloween. We about to get, this is going to be lit. And we're going to come back home and we're going to be the talk of the town. We're going to be famous. This is how they mind works now. This is how people are doing things. And I just would like to know, did her mother give her that pillow? Did her sister give her that pillow to take with her as a gift? Or did one of the couple six put them pillows on her bed? Because that's a very important clue. Okay? We need to know if those pillows was already there. Because that's a big coincidence. Okay? This is something that only the people that's owns the villa would know if that's their pillow. And I know people is looking like, you talking about a pillow, but it's very important, y'all. It's very important, because out of all of the crew that came there, 7 people came there. Her room was the only one that had that pillow, looks like, from what we seeing from footage. That tells you a lot, y'all. Her room was even set up that she was the sacrifice. So it's a lot of stuff that I'm gonna go over a few. Let me see if anybody in the comment section is saying anything that I didn't say. Okay. So Shadow said, I've been thinking about the body, body, body phrase. Khalees said, when I watched this last night, I was glad to see it as I was waiting for someone to do a video about this trailer stream. So other people was getting an idea that they got that. You know what I'm saying? When you get a feeling like this is where they got this from. Yeah. This person said this definitely coincides with Khalees saying body, body, body while standing over her on the hammock. Details about PPP loans, money, jealousy, etc. overshadowed the goes deeper comment by Nazeer. Kudos to Miss Lowdown. Okay, so that is a good point too that everybody's been talking about. That Nazeer said that it's deeper than what everybody thinks. So this is now coming to light that yeah, it is. He was right about that. He's saying that it's more than what you see. So for Khalid to eat, not Khalid, Nazeer to even make that comment, he knows more than what he's talking about. Okay. Now, one minute he's saying that everybody set him up, and that he didn't know anything, and this and that and this, which I think he know a whole heap a lot, and I think he's lying. My personal opinion. For him to use those words and say it's more than what you see, that lets you know something too. Okay, that this was planned. This whole thing was planned. And they would, like I told y'all, they was not huddling up for nothing. They knew that they were about to take her out from the moment they got there. I mean, she's sitting up here running around with a camera, and they all in the room huddled. They didn't even want to enjoy one day really with her. They wanted to jump right in and handle their business with her. And all the huddling, and then you turn around and you go back home and y'all huddling up with the mama. You know, it's weird. It's so weird. Another thing that somebody brought up in the comment section that I thought they were spot on about, the bag. Y'all, what's with this bag that Shanquella had, y'all? Before she left, she went to the sister's house and she borrowed a bag, or she went and picked up a bag that was hers and maybe her sister borrowed from her. And this is when the sister said that she found out that her sister was going out of town. So she had no clue that she was even going out of town until she came to get the bag. But this bag seemed very important. And when people start bringing up this bag, it made me think about Takeoff. Because they did this video and Quavo is in an elevator with a bag. And this is that same exact bag that he's in an elevator with, that him and Sweetie get into a big argument over. And I think that they broke up around the time that they was in the elevator, and she was trying to take the same bag that he put in that video with Quavo for Halloween. That orange bag. And it seems like that there is some importance to a bag, y'all. Okay? I'm just saying. Like, what is about this bag? Because now, here we are talking about a bag. They leave Shanquella, but they bring her bag back. You know, it just seems like, what's with this bag, y'all? I'm just saying, y'all. You know, if you was gonna they bring back, this is what they're saying, that they brought back her bag. And it's the same bag that she went and got from her sister's house before she left. So I'm just, it seemed like there are some clues in here, but we haven't figured it out yet. Okay, y'all? And if you go back and look up not Takeoff, but Quavo and Sweetie having a, you know, when they were breaking up or whatever, and they got into it in the elevator, she's trying to grab this orange bag. She's trying to take it from her, and he's trying to take it back from her. And they going at it, okay? And this was on TMZ. And it's that same bag that he has in that eerie video with Takeoff, right before he gets taken out for the Halloween thing. And now people are emphasizing on this bag with Shanquella and Cabo 6. It just makes you wonder, y'all. It's just some weird vibes about what's really going on. So I'm trying to not give too. I hope I didn't get too much of the movie away. I don't want to give too much of the movie away for people who didn't see it. But it was an odd twist to it at the end. But and it was kind of a good, okay movie. It for people that watch. When I, it kind of kept you want to see what's gonna happen and who was actually the hitter and this and that and that and this. It kind of kept you in suspense of that. But it also put you in their mind frame of the things that they were into and how they talk to each other and what they're about and how their mind works and the way it clicks. Like, oh, let's try this. This will be a good idea to. And I was looking up something and I found about Mexico. And they were saying that, there's a very, very, very high increase of people coming there doing crimes and getting away with it, y'all. So that's a possibility of why that they chose this place. I believe so. Because of that too. I'm wondering now, did everybody travel together? Or did people come separately when they got there? Now, I know they signed a paper or something. Everybody signed their name on there, and everybody was on there except for Nazeer. So I'm wondering that everybody traveled together at the same time. Was they tickets? Everybody came in together? Or did people come in, at separate times? That's another thing I'm wondering about. Because it looks like they all got there together. So, when I wonder about that, how could they have put that pillow on her bed? And if they didn't, was somebody else in Mexico already a part of this as well? Is what I'm wondering, too. The fact that everybody went along with this mess in Mexico, and they knew that she was already gone. For a doctor to come there and try to work on somebody that they already knew was gone already, it don't make no sense. The maid, for her to go and look for them instead of call the police and say, I just found, a body. A lot of stuff don't make sense. And it makes it seem as if somebody that was in Mexico was possibly working with Cabo 6 to make sure that everything went as planned. It had to be for that pillow to be there. It had to be. There's no way in the world that this stuff could line up with that movie and imagery and even the lamp was similar to the one in the movie. It was just too many things that was odd, y'all. The rug having the infinity links on there. It's just a lot of weirdness that makes you wonder, like, was somebody else in Mexico working with Cabo 6 to make this happen? And we do know this. When people are a part of certain cults, there are members all over the world. Okay? So it's easy for them to plan some stuff out. And you be like, who do they know there? But in actual reality, there are Freemasons everywhere. There's Eastern Stars everywhere. All they have to do is it's a phone call away, okay? And somebody can hook you up with somebody to make certain things happen. I'm just saying. Now, some people are in my comment section asking me about what did I put in my video? I put in there the CNN video. It's in my tags, y'all. Y'all can go to my tags on the last video, and you can find the video of what happened in Korea, South Korea. You can go to 333 and you're going to hear the reporters say bodies and bodies after bodies. This is what they saying, okay? And at 333. So I put that in there purposely so y'all can see it. For the people who could not see the hands in the window, because I got people that were coming in saying that I can't hardly see the hands in the window. So what you can do is Let me see, can I blow it up for y'all? Or can I pull it up without messing up this video? What you can do is, let me see, can I find the picture, y'all? What you can do is go to the video, y'all. Go to the video and because I don't think that I can blow it up too much more than I have it. Let's see. You can go to this video. Let me see, can I blow it up as much as I possibly can to see, can y'all see the hands? Nope, I can't even. You can see it now. I think y'all can see it. In the upper left corner, all the way at the top, you see the hands in the window? At the top. It's like right at the top to the left. You see the hands? It's more than that. But that's the best that I can do to get it to. Let me see. For y'all to see it. Wait, let me see. Wait, I'm getting a little bit more. Okay. Now, y'all possibly can see it now. Because people were saying, I can't see it. Do y'all see all those hands in the window? See the hands in the mirror? The window right here. And then you see the hand on her dress right here in the front. I don't know if you can see my marker. But yeah. It's a lot of hands in that window over there. And then you see the hands on Quavo's shirt, his sweater. So yeah, that's no coincidence to me, y'all. I just don't see that as being a coincidence. Too much. All three of these pictures had to do with people passing away for Halloween. And you can see the hand right here on her sweater. So yes, hands everywhere. For the people that couldn't see it, they was like, I can't see it. There's hands all over the place. Trying to make sure y'all can see it good. There it is. So you see the hands up there. So I just find that odd to me, y'all. Seriously, I find a lot of this stuff weird and odd. And yeah. I watched a movie with my mother and she was like, you know, their mindset was they got a young mindset that you can watch a picture like that. You know, there's all kind of horror movies out here. You got, you know, Jason and Freddy Krueger. You got all these horror films. But this is the one that stuck with them. And they decided that this was the thing to do. And she was the person to do it too. Y'all. And it's weird. So we don't know what all did they give her. Okay? She wanted to be accepted. That's one thing you get from her. She wanted to be accepted. And it would have been easy for them to give her a piece of brownie or a piece of cake and she ate it. And not knowing that it was something in it. And like I said, the fact that she was the first one to leave says it all, y'all. She was like the life of the party. So why would she be the first one to sleep and everybody was still up? And when he was saying we got our first did, buddy, he didn't sound like he had been drinking anything. Y'all, everybody else sounds like, you know, they haven't had nothing. But she's cold, knocked out. So it just make you wonder, you know, did they slip something to her? And like I said, the way things moved so fast, y'all, with them, the funeral and everything, you would think that they would have wanted to check, you know, make sure that they did a thorough autopsy when she got back home. And made sure that, you know, She was not touched. Um, Wanted to know everything that was in her system, from the nitty to the gritty. And they just was moving so fast, y'all, when she got back here to hurry up and get the funeral out the way, the everything. And it was just like weird to me. It was odd how they were moving the family. And there's so many rumors, y'all. There's so many rumors that's swirling right now. They're saying that from the movie, we saw that there was a lot of mingling and tingling of the same sex on there. So there were rumors that she walked up on something. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: in the movie, somebody walked up on somebody, and she was like, you don't knock on doors or something like that." When the guy walked into the room and the two females was mingling and tingling together, he said, "I don't have to. It's my house." So that made you think about, did Shanquella really walk in on two of the guys doing something? But at the same time, somebody brought this up, and it was very important. They said, by her being friends with Khalid that long, she would have already knew if he was mingling and tingling with, same, same sex. But I'm going to tell y'all this. People can hide that very well. It's people that's married and their wives don't even know that they swing that way. Some people can hide that for a long time. So I'm just saying, okay? It's a possibility that she couldn't have known. All right, y'all. I found that interesting when they put that was in the movie, and then that came out that she walked in on somebody. So that was interesting. A lot of the females that were there were, and I said this when the case first started, and people were jumping down my throat about it. They were like, I said, were they swingers? Remember I said that, y'all? I was like, what? Was Shanquella a swinger or something? Because for all of these couples to be going there, and then there were a lot of rumors that the females that were going there, they go, they swing both ways, y'all. So that came to my mind from the start. Was she, possibly mingling and singing with not just one of the guys, but maybe the females too? Because this seems like it was that type of party, okay, in this type of crowd. And for them to been watching them type of movies, and then trying to relive these type of movies out, it just made you wonder, like, what's this her thing? Okay, y'all. Now there are people coming in my comment section saying that the mother said that she didn't have a boyfriend. That's the first time I heard that, because people were saying she had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend came to the house and he noticed right away that people wasn't acting right. This story is all over the place, y'all. Y'all see how everything keep changing up. It's all over the place. And it got to make you wonder, is they doing this on purpose just to send people off so they don't figure this out? But it's starting to fall apart now, y'all. People are starting to see it for what it is. Now the thing of it is now is, do they got some pull in Mexico? Do they know some higher ups that's going to bury this and not even think twice about this? Because it looks as if they had some help in Mexico, y'all. I'm just going to say it like it is. It looks like they had some help in Mexico. And if they did have some help, are they some elites that, got some pull that's going to make sure that this get buried under the rug? And I know y'all hearing a whole bunch of stuff from people's pages, but I'm going to just let y'all know, a lot of people that's keeping this story going and every day saying that they got this information and that, and about to release this and that and that. A lot of this is to just, get views. To get views so y'all can just keep coming and loading up a whole bunch of views on a certain video. But people don't want to just tell y'all the truth that there just may not be any justice. Okay, y'all. They didn't do all of this over there for nothing. And like I said, if you know, if they didn't put those pillows on her bed so that they can, you know, set the sacrifice scene up, because they love to put stuff in people's face to give you that murder mystery whole feeling of you are watching a mystery and who's gonna figure it out and this and that and that and this. So if they didn't put that pillow up there and the maid or whoever else put that pillow in there, then that tells you that some old people in Mexico was working with them, y'all. Other than that, it don't make sense. It had to be, because the way that things went down there, and I mean, what is they teaching their maids and their doctors in Mexico? It makes them look bad unless they played a part. How do a maid go into a villa to clean up and find a deceased body and you don't report it? Something wrong with that picture. You don't report it. Really? You don't call the police and say, it's somebody here that's not breathing. You close up the place, leave out, and go looking for the people that you rented the place to. Instead of, what if they the ones did it? That don't make no sense to me. A doctor shows up and works on somebody for hours that you know is already gone. Something ain't lining up. And it seems if Cabo 6 is being protected, y'all. And if they are being protected, which what it looks like, okay, then Nazeer is telling y'all that there's more to what you see. That this is deeper than you know. He's giving you hints and clues that ain't nothing gonna happen. This was well thought out. It's being well covered up. And it's a lot of holes in everybody's story. It's all over the place. And that's what's going to get them off. The maid not going into... That's all they got to say was, why didn't the maid report it if she was already gone? How y'all know the maid didn't do something to her? How y'all know she didn't fall at the... You know, it's going to be so many how y'all know this and how y'all know that. Because now everybody is focusing on, they dressed her. They dressed her after, you know, they put paws on her. They put clothes on her. So they knew that she was gone. This is the whole theme now that everybody's talking about. But if putting paws on her wasn't enough to start arresting folks, they going back to work and all of that, what the hell is putting on her clothes gonna do? And and more than one person helped dress her and this and that. We know that, y'all. More than one person was in the room when she was putting paws on her. So if that wasn't enough for people to start getting arrested, everybody that played a part, then what make y'all think that because they dressed her, that's gonna make a difference? The mama and the sister already said she sleep with no clothes on. So if they thought that she, you know, had some type of, you know, drinking too much, that could have been what was wrong with her. If this was the story that they were pushing, all they got to do is say they put some clothes on her. But they didn't know she was gone. So what is so major about that? It's like everything people is running with, the simplest little stuff. If it wasn't major enough to see her get slammed to the floor like that and an arrest be made, what makes them think that, oh, they're going to arrest everybody because they put clothes on her? So putting clothes on her is worse than putting paws on her, y'all. Make it make sense to the people that y'all listening to. Okay? Because, oh, and I talked to the people over there, and they're about to release some pictures. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. There's way more pictures than what y'all think. There's way more footage. If they recorded her being, them putting paws on her, they most likely 9 times out of 10 recorded them playing the game. It probably was camera phone set up so that you could watch the whole game being played. There's more footage, y'all. There is more footage of them playing this body murder game, y'all. Ain't no way they wouldn't have something for they can later on look at. I'm just telling y'all the truth. This is how they works. This is why they recorded Mo 3. This is why they're saying that there's a recording of young Dolph being taken out. That's being people looking at, that the authorities not looking at. This is why they throw watch parties. These evil people get together and they do things to one person, and they throw watch parties later on and watch them being taken out. This is like, y'all seen movies where there is like a serial hitter and he always take a piece of something from each person. It's like I don't know what they call it. They like to have something from each person. Okay? So if y'all think for 1 minute that there is not more footage of this game being played, y'all think again. They playing this out. So don't think that they didn't want something they can go back and look at. They just giving y'all what they want y'all to have. But oh, best believe they got the whole thing. From the nitty to the gritty. They started showing a little bit clips here and there about the game, but then they cut it off and we don't see everything that's going on with that game. I think a lot went on at that game with that game, y'all. It was some weird stuff going on in that movie. And then running all through the house and the lights out and this and that. You think they wasn't doing the same thing so they can reenact this whole movie? But just change the ending because they wanted to take out Shanquella because they don't like her, or they was given an order to take her out. Look at all the money that's involved in Shanquella's case right now, y'all. And people keep saying, why would they do this? All of Cabo 6 is famous right now. It doesn't matter what they're famous for, but they're famous now. They're known all over the world. And the majority of them have went back to work as if nothing has happened. And the crazy part, everybody at their jobs and stuff know that they are suspects in what happened. And you would think that somebody's boss would be like, no, you can't bring that here. Until this stuff, calm down, you're going to have to, you got to go. But how in the world can somebody still come to work, eat lunch with her coworkers and sit back talking, answering the phone like ain't nothing happened, and you're a part of one of the biggest stories out here? You know how that can happen? Is because they got ties. They got connections. And we've been talking about this a long time on this page over here, that a lot of times that these, the certain people join these sororities and stuff like that, they get out of school, they're placed in certain positions. Look what happened in Dallas when they were erasing all of these records and stuff like that. That John Wiley Price, the guy, the commissioner, records came up missing in the police station and erased out the system. Not only did they erase stuff out the system, they made a call over there to the Secretary of State and made sure that they handled that too. And they erased a bunch of stuff out the system over there as well. They put people in certain positions. This is how they do things. Haven't y'all ever seen somebody that's well qualified for a job go in to get a job and somebody else shows up that's not qualified, but the person that's not qualified for it gets it? It's because of their connections, y'all, and people that they know. So how do y'all not know that Elise and all these other people? She got people in her family that's police officers, married to police officers, mothers is preachers and all of that stuff, and fathers is preachers and stuff, and ministers at churches. They got connections, y'all. And this is how this works. They have connections. And this is why, because people sit up there shaking their head. How can she go back to work? Because they're being protected. That's why they can go back to work. They're being protected. They're being guarded. What they did is nothing new. Other people do this all the time. How is these people being so guarded? Ask yourself this question. And that tells you that this is bigger than what you think. And Nazeer was not lying, y'all. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about everything, okay? Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, y'all, please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.